Good evening from Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'm at the north gate of the old city and there's a very vibrant market, and I'm going to explore and see what I can have for dinner, and I'm going to work out what I'm going to do for the rest of the evening. Got myself some garlic chicken. It's actually really hard to choose here. So many options. So I've gone some dirty old deep fried garlic chicken. As expected, delicious. I've got a strategy here at this market. I'm going to have several meals. This is my starter. For 50 baht, this is excellent. I've had 2 courses so far. So far so good, feeling great. It's a good atmosphere here, good vibe. Good vibe here at the market. It's just too difficult to choose. There's so many good options here, good food options. It's actually just a nice place to be as well. A lot of life here. So whilst eating, I've had a bit of inspiration. I'm going to, there's a really cool Wat Lok Moli. It's really dark, kind of black, lacquer finished temple, which I want to go and have a look at. It looks beautiful at night time, so I'm going to go for a walk down there and have a look at that. Also nearby is a backpacker area I know about, so I want to go and see what's going on down that street. And there's also the famous North Gate, the actual, it's called Chang Phuak Gate. Chang means elephant, so I want to go and have a look at that while I'm here. And also I've heard that the best place for live music is Northgate Jazz Co-op, so I'm going to go and have a look at that as well. So tonight, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see how the night unfolds. So I just had the most delicious noodle soup with shrimp wonton and roast pork. It was absolutely magnificent. It was 70 baht. So delicious. So now I'm going to head down along the moat, and I'm going to head to the backpacker area, have a look at that, see what's going on at this time of year, and also go and see Wat Lok Moli. Go and look at that at night time. This place here is absolutely beautiful. I just can't capture the beauty of this place with my camera. You really have to come here and experience it for yourself. It's a very active temple. There are a lot of monks around, a lot of people here praying. It's a really beautiful place. I think I might come back here in the daytime as well. This is truly spectacular. Little courtyard here is got the different Chinese zodiacs dotted around, and I've found mine over here, which is the tiger. I'm a year of the tiger. You'll see a lot of Chinese zodiac symbolism in this temple. A lot to take in here. I think I need to study up on this temple and come back in the daytime. I know you can't see it at the night time, but there's a unique black Buddha, which is just over my shoulder there. and you'll see the gentleman here that I'm going to be bathing the Black Buddha with some holy water. So there's a guild here that gets with a pulley system that goes up to the top, and then it's washing of that Buddha image. So the gentlemen are doing that here. Might make a note that it's actually here at Wat Lok Moli. It's just before the new year, so I'm only a couple of days away. So there are people around here who are making merit and hoping for good fortune for the year to come. Wat Lok Moli was actually in ruins for a very, very long time. So it was actually rebuilt just kind of recently. This prayer hall here is a new addition, but it's a beautiful black lacquered wooden building. It's really marvelous. I definitely have to come back in the daytime to have a look at this. So this is Soi 248 near the north gate of Chiang Mai, near the moat, and at its peak this is pumping and heaving with backpackers, and it's been pretty quiet for 2019 and 2020, but at the end of 2020 there's a bit of action, a bit of activity, so leading into 2022. So if you're a backpacker and looking for a place to stay in Chiang Mai, this is the place to come, Soi 248. I just saw one of the dorms there. You could get a dorm bed for 90 baht a night, or you can get a private room with a fan for 120 baht. So if that's your kind of thing, this is definitely the place to come. So I've finished at the Wat, amazing Wat, and I've made a resolution to return to inspect that Wat in greater detail during the daytime tomorrow. So I'll also do the same for the gate, which I'm just looking at the moment. So you'll be able to see it over my shoulder there. That's the beautiful north gate there. So I'm stopped here at Chiang Mai Jazz Co-op. It's between sets at the moment, so I've grabbed myself a beer I've got one of my favourite beers here, the Beer Lao IPA. So I'm going to enjoy this and then wait for the last band. Pretty popular here tonight, a lot of people here. The place to be. Co-op. Definitely ticks all the boxes. Fantastic place. If you love live music, it's definitely a place where you've got to check out. I'm going to head back home, and I think I'll wake up nice and early tomorrow and go and check out Wat Lok Moli. I'm going to wake up early tomorrow morning and check out Wat Lok Moli. So pro tip for enjoying Chiang Mai Jazz Co-op, go get there early. If you're a music lover, get there early so you can get a chair inside, because the outdoors tends to be where people talk, which is absolutely fine with me. But if you're a musical lover, you might not want to hear other people talking. So get there early so you can get a seat on the inside, but don't leave until you see the last band, because usually the last band is the best one. So behind me in this teak pavilion is Queen Pratu, who ruled the Lana Kingdom for only 1 year, from 1545 to 1546, and this statue is of her. Sixth king of the Mengrai dynasty, sixth king of the Lana kingdom. It was King Kauna between 1355 and 1385 who invited some Buddhist monks with the aim of spreading Theravada Buddhism throughout the Lana kingdom. This Chedi was commissioned in 1545, and he also had this assembly hall built. But this assembly hall is not the original. The original, this place was actually laid in ruins for a long time, and this meeting hall was actually rebuilt not that long ago. This Chedi behind me contains the ashes of several kings from the Mengrai dynasty, and their ashes are contained inside it. Most Buddhist temples are oriented towards the east, which is where the sun rises, but this one's quite unique, and it's facing towards the Three Kings Monument, the old city, and it's actually on the moat as well, which makes it quite busy with a lot of traffic as well. So it is a beautiful temple, but pretty noisy here because of the traffic. So in the mid 1500s, one of the kings from the Meng Rai dynasty was assassinated, and his ashes, after he was cremated, his ashes were placed in this chetty. This chetty was constructed and contains his ashes. After he was assassinated, there was a queen that ruled for only 1 year, from 1545 to 1546. And also when she passed away, she was cremated, and her ashes are also within this chetty here. So visiting Wat Moli in the daytime is just as beautiful as it is in the nighttime. However, I would recommend a night visit, because with the lights and lighting on this chetty and in the hall, the gathering, the meeting hall, is truly magical. The daytime's just as good though, so but I'd recommend the nighttime. If you're passing in this area in the north side of the city, be sure to stop in here. So we're just going to, we've just finished I've just finished a walk of around Wat Moli, and now what I'm going to do is go and check out the North Gate. That was the gate I didn't really get to last night, and then I'm going to find a little bit of breakfast. This is the north gate of Chiang Mai City. It's called Chang Phuak Gate. And it was here, Chang means elephant, and it was here where the famous white elephant that was carrying one of the fragments, a shoulder fragment from the Buddha. This magical shoulder fragment was split into two pieces. One of the pieces was placed in Wat Lok, and the other piece was placed on the back of a white elephant. Now this white elephant was was set free from the center of the city. It came out this north gate and then climbed up to Doi Satep mountain, which I can just show you here. So this white elephant climbed up Doi Satep. When it got up to there, so when the white elephant with the Buddha relic on it got to the top of Doi Satep, it found there was a location of a monk named Wat Lok. Now Wat Lok, once the elephant got to this area, it circled 3 times, trumpeted 3 times, and then died. And it was on this location where they built the Wat Doi Satep, Pratu Wat Doi Satep. If you want to know more about this magical place, Doi Satep, I've got another video that you're welcome to watch, and it goes into great detail about the temple, the surrounding areas, the climb up the mountain, and I highly recommend it. Before this gate was, there used to be a previous name to this gate, which was Hua Wiang, and Hua Wiang means literally the head of the city. So this was traditionally the northern side, so this was considered the main entrance to Chiang Mai City. However, that name was changed when the white elephant left and Doi Satep was created. So this gate was also significant for the coronation of kings. The coronation procession would always pass through these gates. So as I mentioned earlier, when the Burmese occupied this area, this city was left, a lot of the temples and the city walls were left in ruins. So what we're actually seeing here, these are bricks that have been collected that were scattered around the moat area, and this structure has been rebuilt. Now it's a really impressive structure. They've done an excellent job at rebuilding this. The rebuilding process was completed in about 1969. Now, one thing I really find magical is at night time they light up, and then you've got the moat here. I'll just show you over my shoulder. The moat, they have the fountains and the lights, and it's a really wonderful place when you're circling around when you're circling around the old city, you can't help but be transfixed by these magical bricks and this moat with the lights and the fountains around the area. It's really, really spectacular. So the North Gate here, this is Phuoc Gate Road, and it takes you straight to the Three Kings Monument. And I've done a short video about the Three Kings Monument, so I invite you to check that out. Now, while I was making this video, I was wondering why this weird guy kept staring at me. And I've just come to realise it's not real at all. The whole time I've been filming, it's like, why that guy, is he angry at me? Why is he angry at me? Why is he staring at me? So I've gone for, it's kind of like best described as a donut for breakfast. I'm seeing these a lot in China and here in Thailand as well. But it's just deep fried dough. It's goodness. I've got two different types of sauces for dipping. One is black sesame, the other one's condensed milk. Another common one in China and in Thailand is soy milk as well. You can get hot soy milk and dip that in, and that's a good breakfast. And here's the sesame seed, black sesame seed dipping sauce. Tastes good, but I got way too many sesame seeds on my first bite. So I blame myself for that rather than the sauce. This looks better. It's good. This is now the condensed milk. That's good. Yeah, really good. We got 10 of these babies. So you'll see this often in the markets in Thailand. So you'll see them in the markets, nighttime treat, or else you'll see the standalone stores like this one over my shoulder at breakfast time. Lovely. Forget Mr. Donuts, forget Dunkin' Donuts, give me this any day of the week. Regarding the music scene here in Chiang Mai. So North Gate Jazz Co-op, it's been around for quite a long time, over 10 years, and the guy who started it, he's a musician himself, and what he was looking for was a place where people could actually play original music, which is not that common in Thailand, because the music scene here is you've got your big superstars, and then you've got loads of cover bands, and you don't have much in between. So he's filling that niche for the creative original artist. So a lot of the emphasis is on jazz, but you go there some nights and they have some soul, some funk style music as well. It's a really cool place. And you've got the regular bands that play over and over, and you can see that there's a strong musicians network here in Chiang Mai. Sadly, during the pandemic, I think most of the musicians had to earn a crust by being line drivers or grab drivers. So I remember seeing one photograph on social media where a band was having a rehearsal, and they were all wearing delivery jackets, playing their instruments. So I guess everyone's got to do something to survive those lean times. During the pandemic, there was early in 2021, there was a reopening of some live venues, but they had a strict rule that was that you can have live venues, live music, but no dancing was allowed. So that was one of the quirky requirements during COVID-19. And I guess I was struggling to work out how do we stop this virus. I know we've got to stop people from dancing. That'll stop them breathing and coughing and heavy breathing, I guess. But at the start of 2022, there's a lot of new places opening up. So some of the old live venues, pubs and restaurants are being closed down, but new ones are emerging, particularly around the Neiman area. Neiman area's got a lot of new live venues. So that's if you like live music, that's where I'd be heading.